Hello everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel. And today I'm going to be showing you some of my teaching materials that I've got for teaching. Some of the materials that I use for my students all over the world from different locations, and I want to share today with everyone so that you can get more from it. And I hope you will get something new from it, or um, you can generate your own different idea from what I have to share with you. Okay, so right now let's head straight, and so this is how my monitor looks like. And you can see on the screen I have a lot of files that I save with different, and right here I have a lot of files in this folder and more on this screen. And I'm going to be sharing with all so that you can understand my materials that I use for my student, and I believe it's going to be helpful to other tutors who might find it more interesting. Okay, so for example, let's start from when I'm meeting student for the first time. I already have a file meeting a student for the first time. I have different files, different materials, different kind of materials for different students. So, and sometime I can just observe. Once I observe the student, I know the right material to use, and I'm going to be sharing with you so that you can know what to do, or you can get your new idea, and you can get more inspiration in what to do and how to go about yours. All right, so here when I'm meeting the student for the first time, I have a file here, and this file here, it's this is the file that I usually make use of when I'm meeting students for the first time on the online platform. And what I'll do is that after logging in to the platform, all I have to do is to share this file. So I decided to make this video for teachers, for tutors who might be lacking or thinking of how does it work? How do I even get materials? I have come across different teachers talking about getting materials. They don't know what to do. They're always thinking about what to do and all of that. And that is why I've decided to come up with this material. And today I want to share with you what to do and what I do so that you can get more ideas or more inspiration on what to do. So this first file is what I use for meeting a student for the first time, and all I have to do is to share my screen, and so that the student can also understand what I'm doing. And in this process now, all I need to do is to ask the student to read what I have on my screen and answer the question. So all I have to do is to tell the student, hello, after greeting, and what is your name? Could you please, it's time for us to get to know each other. And right now, all you have to do for me is to try to read what is on the screen and answer the question. So the student can go on and go ahead and read what I have on my screen and answer the question properly. And in the process of answering the question, I already know the student weak point and what the student needs to improve it. And right here, what do you like to get up to when you have free time? And here, what do you do? What is your job? And the student just read and answer the question. And here, what do you hope to achieve in the future? This is where the student have to explain what they want to achieve in the future. And the process of doing this, I will get to understand the real needs or what the student need in regarding improving their English skills. And after that, I have more questions. How long have you been studying English? Then the student go ahead and answer the question. And I have more. What do you find most challenging about English? And this is the time the student will start talking about their weak point and what they find more challenging about English. And some can say, oh, pronunciation, and they are good at spelling, but they have problem with pronunciation or listening, and you get to understand. In the process of the student explaining what answering the question that you have on your screen by sharing your screen with them, you as the tutor will already know at this moment what the exact need the student needs and what to do. Yes, that is it. So look at it, and the next question that I have here is, tell me a little bit about your family. Now this is the time the student will have to explain their some of the things about the family. Tell you, okay, I am married, I'm single, I live alone, I live with my parent, and you will get to understand at this stage what they really need by trying to explain some little thing about themselves. And we ask the next question, what are her better things you love doing? And the student will also answer this question, what do you think you are good at with English? And the student will also talk about that. Tell me a little bit about places you visit during holiday. And the student will tell you more. And after that, in the process of trying to understand this question that you have on your screen by and also sharing your screen with the student, you as a tutor will understand exact needs of the student. If he's going to concentrate more in the pronunciation or spelling, and sometimes you can also go ahead and ask the student what particular area do you wish to focus on, because some students are already not, they're not too bad, they are not bad, and they just want you, some student might just want to improve in some aspect of English, probably um, learning idiomatic words, idioms, or learning new grammar, learning new words. And this is a time that you can ask the student to tell you what area they wish to focus on. It is okay to ask, yes. All right, and if you notice that the student you have it's already upgraded, or you think as a tutor you are not okay, you are not too comfortable, or probably you find out that the student is a little bit is advanced. It's okay to tell the student that okay, thank you, no problem, and you can look for other teachers, and it's okay to do that. There's nothing bad about it. So, and this is how my first time meeting student screen that I normally share with them looks like. All right. So after that, and I can ask the student to ask me a question they wish to ask me. And right here they have some of the options of the question that they can ask me. They can ask me about my family, they can ask me about my job, and they can ask me about my hobbies, my plans, friends, and I will answer the questions. And the next that I have here on the same file is course discussion. Then this is the time I always like to ask the student how often do they wish to have lessons in a week, and each week, and what days of the week. And this is the time the student will have to talk about the and more, and you can organize yourself, think about your time, what you want to do with 10 minutes, because you always have 15 minutes of you always have 15 minutes, and you have to think about your timing, organize your time, plan it well, and what do you want to do with 10 minutes. You can take 10 minutes for introduction, and 10 minutes for completing the student assessment and helping the student go through the assessment and making sure that they got it right. And in case there is a need of correction, you can go ahead and do the correction with the student, and with another 10 minutes. And after that, okay, 10 minutes for introduction and 10 minutes for correction of assessment, you can teach the student. Yes, then you go ahead and teach the student. Okay, and here this is a time where I ask the student also as well, and what are your strength and weakness with English, and the student will have to answer this question. Okay, and after that, okay, do you have time to complete homework? This is the time that I like to ask the student if they have the time to complete homework. Some students might just be busy and they want to let you know that they don't have all the time to complete homework, and it's okay. All right, so you have to ask the student if they have time for homework, so you know what to do. And if the student is good with homework, then you can go ahead and give the student the homework. But if they're not, though, then just skip it. All right, so classwork, and here this is some of the examples of how I usually conduct my lessons with my student. And after that, sometime I might decide to go ahead and share the plans of what I think. I have another file here. This file, this is a different file. It talks about what the student. It's a lesson plan from week 1 to 5. What the student needs that will help improving the student skills. Okay, for example, in the first week you can tell the student, you can share your plans, but before that you should already have this file saved in your computer so that you can discuss the file. Okay, and this is the plan that I have for you, and are you okay with it? It's always good for you to ask the student approver and all of that, but this is not necessary, because what matters more is this first file that you have to share with your student in the first time first time meeting, it's also very important that you have this file saved already. So if you don't have this file, you can pause the video and try your possible best to see that you write it down and save it in your computer, and so that when you're meeting the student for the first time, you can share the file and let the student get to know you more, and the student can go ahead. And don't forget that the duty of a teacher is that you are guiding, and the student should be more and at the side of engaging or participating, or doing more in the lesson. The teacher is to do more of guiding, and while the student carry out the more of the majority of the activity in the class. So you can make use of those five, you can save it, and this is very good for you to make use of when you're meeting a student for the first time. All right, so this is how my file looks like when meeting student for the first time. You can share it. There's file with the student. Okay, once you log in and using the Chrome or your browser, and you are going to see where it is rated, different options, share your file, tools, and more, and React, and more different options on Prepler platform. So all you have to do is to go ahead and share this file with the student, and let the student read and answer the question. And in the process of answering the question, you will get to find out what the student really needs. Okay. All right. So, and please, in case you find this video helpful, you can go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also turn on the notification button, because I am here to help tutors and students see that they do the need for, and getting what they desire in the right way, and so that in case I have more educational content, you can receive notification and know what to do next, and it will later help you. All right, so all you have to do is to follow my YouTube channel, subscribe, and drop in the comment section how you feel about my sharing um, my materials online, so that other tutors can learn from it, or generate their own different idea from my materials, my teaching materials. Okay, so that is it, and I'm gonna share the next one with you. And so, and this is how my screen looks like. You can see in there, before teaching, I already have a lot of files open, material that I want to use, and the first thing that I do is to open the materials down, and after that I can log in my Chrome and share whatever material that I want to use. So, and also apart from that, okay, that is that for a first time meeting student, and after that I also have another material that I use for children especially. So when I'm meeting children, for those of you that is always asking in their um you know getting a little bit confused and asking their how do you handle children, sometimes you can make use of that. Most of you come across learners who have no experience and they can't even speak. It's always advisable to use and make use of pictures in your teaching, and it's very effective. And make sure you keep your student, your learners engaged. You do more of the guide and let them do majority of the activity in the class. For example, look at the picture. I can ask a student, my learner, oh, all right, what is happening in the picture? Okay, okay, and look at the picture. What is the color of his shirt? And the student get a speak. Oh, he's wearing blue shirt. And sometimes they try to talk about what the activity is in the picture, and in the process of trying to explain the activity in the picture, and the miss some words and some sentence upside down, and you as a teacher, you can, it's not too good for you to try to correct the student at that moment. You can take a time, let, it's good to make mistake, it's okay, it's fine. Allow the student to speak and allow them to make their mistakes, and the process of doing that, you can have another file somewhere at the corner of your laptop. You can have another file somewhere, and you can use it as your feedback, feedback, speaking feedback. Yeah, you can have a file open somewhere around the corner, and you can use it as your speaking feedback. So after the student is done speaking and explaining what they observe on the screen about the pictures, then at the end of the day, you can um, share or try to give the student the right sentence, the right word, and how to make the sentence next time in the right way. Okay, and you can ask the student, oh, okay, good. Okay, what is he doing? The boy is brushing. And you can ask the student, oh, how about the girl? They will try to say the girl is running. What is the color of her shirt? And they will try to talk about it. And in the process, you will always find out that the students are having some issues in making sentences, and you will. That is where your job comes in. But don't do that immediately. Take your time and write it in the other file that you have at the side of your computer, and ask your speaking feedback so that you can share with the student after they're done explaining it. And look at it more. So I have more pictures right here. Ooh, I have more pictures here. Look at it, more of it. And how do you get those pictures? You can get this picture in different ways. You can go to AI and or ChatGPT and ask the ChatGPT to generate these pictures for children, and they will the ChatGPT will always AI will always generate this for you so that you can make use of it. It's very helpful for your class. It will be very good and helpful for your class. You can see I have this materials, more materials that are used for student, and these depending on the grade, depending on the student, the level of the student. If I have a child of 4 years old, 5 years old, sometime I can try like to make use of something like this, and more or more I have it different. And this is another one. Sometime I make use of this one. Oh, what is happening in this picture? Okay, the girl is they try to speak, and in the process of trying to speak, you will have to guide them, and by writing your observation as a tutor in the feedback file that you have at the side of your computer, so that you can share with the student at the end of the student explanation. And don't cut them short, let them speak, let them make mistakes. Okay, look at it. This I have more materials here. These are some of the material I like to use for my young learners. And here too. What is this? What is this? Is it a bike? Okay, is it a plane? Allow the student to make mistake. Allow the student to speak. Keep your learners engaged. Do more of the guide. Let your learners allow your learners to do more of the practical, to do more of the more of the activity in the class. Let them participate in the class by explaining and by talking about their observation, about the picture they see, and more and more. Okay, so this is what my pictures materials looks like when I'm teaching the young learners. And sometimes it's also good for you to allow the children, the young learners, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, to talk about the animals and their what are their names, where they can be found. These are the things that you can talk about that is will be very helpful for every teachers, every tutors who can make use of this picture to teach your student. All right. So after that, I have more materials, and here is more. I have other materials, and sometimes I like to make use of this one for advanced learners, for advanced students to talk about what is happening here. Look at the picture that I have here, and this is what it looks like. And don't forget, you will have to always share your screen with your learner anytime you're making use of these materials. And currently, Preply has actually improved, and they have a different different development. And now, currently, the teacher and the student can type at the same time on the screen, and it's really good and helpful. And the Preply has got different materials and a lot of improvement in the app that you can check it as a tutor, go through it and check it more and more. You understand it more and what you can do with it. Of course, you can do a lot with it. There are a lot of materials on Preply platform that you can use. A lot of books for students to read, and for teachers to always prepare themselves. There are a lot of materials that you can use on the platform. Majority of the teaching platform has got materials ready for teachers to make use of, but sometimes I prefer to have my own different material apart from what I have read and what I have access to. I just prefer to have some of these materials myself. And here you can talk about you can ask your learner sometime to talk about a picture. What does it look like they're doing? And you allow your learner to speak and ask your learner to relate the picture to a real life situation. Probably talk about the last time they were a poor, or the last time they went for a swimming, the last time they spent time with your family. When was that and where? Okay, do you get that? In the process of trying to ask them this question, you keep them engaged and you keep them practicing, keep them speaking. Let your learners do more of speaking than the tutor. Okay, and these are the pictures that I use in my classes, and I have been teaching for for about online for about 3 years now, and these are some of the materials that kept me going, and it's really helpful that you also know about it. And this is it. Ask the student, okay, look at this picture. What does it look like they're doing? Oh, they will say, yeah, of course. They are watching a movie at the cinema, and sometimes they make a lot of mistake. And you as a teacher, it's your duty to correct them and make them understand how to speak the right sentence. And let them talk about the pictures one after the other, and try to explain more deeper about each pictures and tell them they can relate it. Sometimes let them relate it to the last time they went to the cinema and let them talk about it. Okay, and these some of the materials that are used. All right, so here is something. All right, so I believe you like her. I believe you will appreciate or you will like the fact that I decided to share my materials, teaching materials online today for you to be able to understand more and be more enlightened and being able to generate your own style, your own system, and your own structure. And I believe as you're watching the video and listening to my video, you will know what to do, and you will have more inspiration in how to come up with your own new style, because every teacher has their styles. Every teacher has their styles, and you might be good at one style and you may not be good at the other one. Everyone has different styles, so it depends on what you're good at. But I think this is general style all teachers should be aware of. All right. So after that, I have more materials that I've got right here, and here is another one, and this is material that just like the picture materials that I'm talking about. Here you can ask the student to talk about the places, look at different places, and here's a company, a home, and a police station. Try to talk about, let them differentiate between the police station in their country and your country. What is the difference? And let them speak. Don't forget, you must always keep your student engaged. Let them practice, let them speak, and that is the goal of this lesson. Okay, and let them talk about a hotel, and let them talk about the airport, and let them talk about the class, and more, and just let them speak. Okay, keep them engaged. Okay, let them participate by explaining the picture and telling you more than they know about this picture and relating to a life situation. Okay, so not just a picture that I also have, and sometimes I prefer to make use of the role play, and where the student act in this process, the student will have to act like in the real life matters. And here the student will have, sometimes they have to act like her, like they're an employer, and I will act like I am looking for a job. And this time around we speak to each other, we talk one on one, and more of that. Role play, you can also make use of the role play, okay, and make it real in the class, okay, and that is it. So I also have some of this materials right here, okay, and not just that. So I'm going to show you more materials that I've got right here so that you'll be able to generate yours and do more of that. Okay, so this is another one, and this materials is whereby it's just like a role play. And for example, you can get all these materials online, and on okay, you can use AI to get some of this material to generate some of these materials that would be helpful to your teaching or in helping learners. to speak effectively and meeting them from different countries. And here I can just tell the student that, okay, all right, so I'm going to be reading the A's and you will read the B's. Okay, and after that, you will ask the student to talk about, to summarize what the conversation is all about. Yes, it's very interesting, and the student will be some. You be the student. You can start reading, and the student will read the B's, and you can start with her. I have been thinking about a long vacation, and blah blah blah. And after that, the student will also read the B's, and more you read it from beginning to the end. And after that, you can switch the role. You can decide to read, or you can decide to read the A's or the B's while the student read the A, or you can ask the student to act like an interviewer while you have the role play on your screen and while sharing your screen with the student. And you can do more of that. And after the role play, ask the student to talk about the role play. Allow the student to speak to particularize, or let them speak about the summary about the role play. What is the role play is all about? Let the student explain that. And look at it. I have right here. I have more. I have different role play, culture difference at work, and I have other ones. I have planning a community sport event, and a business strategy discussion role play, and a job discussion considering the career change role play, and full interview simulation role play, and okay, discussing a travel budget role play. Okay, and here culture misunderstanding role play, and choosing a sports club role play. Okay, planning the culture exchange event role play. Okay, and travel problem solving role play. And improving a business proposal role play, and discussing career growth role play, and also job interview, handling conflict role play, and we have more sports injury discussion role play, and more and more and more. I have a lot of it, blah blah blah. You can always discuss this with your student. It's really helpful, and it keeps them going, and majority of the student likes it. Student loves when you give them time to express themselves and to speak. All right, take note of that. And in case you are not following my YouTube channel, please subscribe, and drop in the comment section what you feel about my materials that I decided to share with you today. And let me know in the comment section what you feel about it. And don't forget to always keep your student engaged and let them do more of the speaking. Students love to express themselves. Let them express themselves. They love it. Okay, and guide them on how to do it in the right way. And always try to ask your student what area they want to focus on. Is it pronunciation? They want to focus on pronunciation or English at work, or know they understand your student goals and know what they want to use the English. They want to use it more at work or for a business. Try to understand it. And do they want to learn more vocabularies, grammars? But they need to, so that you can work perfectly well with your student. All right, not just that, I have a lot of materials, and I have more right here. So it depends on the student goal. Don't forget that. And here I have some other material that I like to make use of some time, depends on the level of the student. And here I can ask the student. This is the time whereby I always like to ask the student that what is this, and they will say intervention. What does that even mean? Can you explain that? Can you try? Always give chance. Always give the chance. Allow your student to express themselves before you start breaking down whatever lecture or whatever topic means. The act of getting involved to improve a situation. Intervention. Wow. And so when was the last time you tried to improve something? Try to generate more questions from this, and that is how you get them speaking, get them going. And look at the example in the sentence. Okay, can you read it? They will definitely read it. Okay, can you make a different sentence with it? And they will also try to make different sentence with it. Perfect, right? Good. And I have more of that, different, and more of that, more, and more. You can do more. So that is it. And not just that, I also have more other materials. We're about to talk about this material, strictly talk about a different profession. Where student, this is the time where students have to talk about their, okay, and who is a doctor? Okay, what can let them explain? Allow them to speak about who a doctor is. That is the goal of the lesson, for them to be able to speak effectively on the lesson and learning, and not stopping. So a lot of it to talk about who a doctor is and who are nurses or teachers, and help them speak, guide them, and make sure you put them through and make them pronounce it right and all of that. And I have more profession right here. Okay, look at it. You can see that. So, and at the end of the day, I decided to make, or you can generate a question, fill in the gap, so we can have this at the end of the lesson. So keep your lesson fun, engaging, and with feel full with energy, and more. Keep it fun, keep it engaging, and don't stop. Let them speak, and do that all the time. All right, and don't keep it boring. Okay, so here I have more picture. I love pictures more in teaching. Not just that, I like real life situation, and these are some of my materials. Okay, so if you find this YouTube video helpful, please drop in the comment section what you feel about the video, and let me know what your difficulty is, what the problem you're having. Drop in the comment section that you want me to do video about. I don't mind. I will always do that. I will be so happy and excited to do that. Let me know in the comment section what you want me to do video about next time, and let me know so that I have more materials that I would do like to share with you. So thank you so much for your time, and don't forget to subscribe. Drop in the comment section what you feel about the video, and let me know, and turn on your notification button so you can receive more. You can receive more notification when I post new videos. Thank you so much, and make sure you have a beautiful day.